Good afternoon, my subscriber. That's right, you, my subscriber. How you doing today? I'm good. I'm in my driveway, heading out. Gotta go Stop and Shop, which is just a few miles away from here, for a few things. Today's my husband's birthday, Eddie. He's 91. And I did not plan well as far as a cake. And it's just the two of us, so I'm just gonna go see if they got like a small little carrot cake or something for our dessert. And I gotta buy him a card. So 91, imagine that. And he's pretty darn good for 91. He's still got all his faculties and he knows what day it is for the most part. Well, they got a big thing going on here today. Wow, they got vendor tents and everything. Wow, what a kind of a big deal, I guess. Wow. Didn't even know that. Huh. Alright, crinkle candle. So, just thought I'd do a video. I somehow like to do them while I'm in my car. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, what a nice weather-wise day for October 5th. Not kidding you, here in New England, and the leaves are changing really pretty. And the weather, I'm in a t-shirt, so it's not cold. And we got the screen doors open, so it's a nice day, and oh, is that pretty? I'll try to show you after. Wow, really pretty. But we're not peak yet. It's not peak season yet, but it will be in a week or two. Well, a week and a half. Right around probably the 18th will be peak. It'll be beautiful for picture taking, really. And Eddie's daughter, who lives in Florida, Michelle, she'll be up with their boyfriend, Mike. They're coming up. They're not staying with us. They're going to stay in a hotel because they got other plans to do stuff. She's a photographer, so they both like to take pictures, so I think they'll be doing a lot of that too for the peak season along the trail and Route 2. So they'll stay in their own hotel because like I said, they got a daily agenda, and I don't know how long they're staying, probably only a few days. I gotta make some nice soups when they come, some nice chowders, and some of my homemade bread. I haven't made my homemade bread in a while, and matter of fact, I don't have any starter. I bought some dehydrated, but it's one of those, I bought from this couple, Whispering Willow Farm, great couple, and she has her own, they have a little store online, and you can buy products and stuff, and dried seeds, and her sourdough starters, which I did. But the deal is you've got to go through an app and scan it. Well, I did that, and I have this app on my phone, but it doesn't seem to do it, or I'm doing something wrong. It didn't open it up, so I have the instructions of what to do with this dehydrated starter. So I've got to either write to them or try it again, but I need to get this starter going so I can make some bread. And yeah, I'm loving all the pumpkins and the mums. I bought 4 pumpkins, big good sized pumpkins, the other day, and they're on our front steps, like 2 and 2. And I still got to get some mums, but I'm gonna wait because I have plans for next weekend to join my friend Lori, and we're gonna go look for more pumpkins and mums. So I'll wait to get them then. But they always look nice with the pumpkins on the front steps. So yeah, we'll do that. So yeah, there's actually his daughter coming up kind of forces me to really tidy up the house, because I can get overwhelmed with my eBay little bit of clutter, and I've been wanting to target a couple of things in the dining room anyway, so it needs to look nicer and more festive. So I'll do that and make it pretty. And but I'm really happy with pushing myself to write a little list and get things done, and that is actually helping me quite significantly. And I also have been writing an accomplished, what I accomplished, checking it off, and that actually is a good visual and a good feeling. I'm going to try to keep that going because, for instance, I wanted to clean this car all summer, and I finally did that the other day, and it looks so nice, and I love getting in a clean car. And then just yesterday, Eddie and I, on my to-do list, get that cover on the swimming pool, and it's hard for us. He can't do much. He can't stand for too long, and I get a little wobbly myself, but we persevered, and we got the darn cover on it. What I did was I took bricks that had holes in them and some nice rope I had, and we tied bricks to weight the cover down in each area. While I did a lot of it myself, he couldn't really help me, but that's okay. He was there as a support. and we got it done, and it feels so much better to get that done. Usually I have to have a guy come do it, and he used clamps last year, but they didn't work. They popped off, and the cover still went in the pool and made a big mess and didn't keep the leaves out and all of that. So I'm hoping this will really help him, and we won't have that much to clean out next season, next spring, fall, summer. So anyway, we got that done, and then, like I said, I've been targeting things in the house. Today I have a really yummy pork pieces cooked up with sauerkraut and onion and butter and seasonings, caraway seeds and thyme and salt and pepper and little turmeric, and then I put vegetable broth and also boiled potatoes all in together in the crock pot. It makes a nice, I call it like a pork stew, or pork sauerkraut little stew. I like it brothy, with some nice piece of Italian bread. That makes a nice meal, or sourdough bread, or whatever you got, nice meal. So I got that going for us, but like I said, I want to I got to get him a birthday card, and I got to get him he likes the scratch ticket, so I'm going to get him a lottery ticket. They sell them over here at Stop and Shop. I'll get him one of those, and then in a few days, we started last year, I started doing this, taking him to, there's a little mini casino in Keene, New Hampshire. It's not far for us to get to. Nice little seasonal ride. And I can even, maybe have some of my relatives join us for lunch. I gotta plan that. But anyway, in a few days, I'll take him and we'll go to the casino for ha-has. Not to go spend a lot of money. We'll bring a certain amount with us. Just to have some fun, because you can lose your shirt at these casinos if you're not careful. But it's something that we like to do, so I figured, why not on his birthday, a once in a year little jaunt. And like I said, we'll bring just a little bit with us and have fun with it. All right, I'm at Stop and Shop. I'm gonna go this way to see where I can park. So that, I think I can go right here, which is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, right next to the handicap, and right near the cart storage. Perfect. I am here. think I'll go like that. I don't anticipate it going to rain today, so we'll leave it like that and finish my video with you, and that'll be great. So the other day I did a video on talking about my feelings, my thoughts on UFOs, and it's starting to get views, it's picking up, but I had fun doing that. I mean, I shared a story that certainly isn't a fun story. No, it's a horrifying story of what happened to a family, but I talk about it in regard to something I just learned about on YouTube. And so yeah, I'm really, really intrigued by that subject, and would love to hear from some of you, some of your comments and your take on how you feel about that. And it seems that the government is actually really, you're hearing more and more about some of that, that you wouldn't hear that in the 60s and the 70s growing up, no. So I find that a little intriguing. So it would be good to get some comments. Come on, bring some comments on and give me your thoughts, and let's get a chat going or something. That would be fun. And like I said, I'll keep things going. I'll do some more research and do another story on the subject. Yeah, I watched something last night, but I don't know how true a story this was, because it seemed like somebody took someone's story or happening circumstance, and then they enhanced it with their own words and made a story. But this is supposedly of a trucker who was very much alone in life and kind of angry at himself for something he did years ago as a young man, and took to the bottle and was actually driving these big trucks, you know, half drunk all the time on a daily basis. Had no one in his life, never married, no children, just a real. And at that point, he was in a place where he didn't even care if he lived or not. And he was out on a highway out in the Colorado, Nevada desert area, on a highway that one he traveled many, many times before for years. And supposedly in the wee hours of the morning, he decided to pick up this hitchhiker or buddy standing on the side of the road, and it had a hooded kind of cape sweatshirt or something on, so it didn't say much. The person didn't say much, and the guy just thought whatever and just took another swig, and you know, the person got in. But like I said, they went for several miles not saying too much, and then a conversation did get started slowly, but minimal words. But before long, after a while into it though, he realizes this thing is not human. And supposedly after so many hours with this thing, and this thing communicating with him, not there to harm him or anything like that, it kind of showed him the light as to how he's been choosing to live his life, and that he could choose to have a better life. It's just all a matter of your thoughts and your feelings and your how you see the world, and that he'd been beating himself up all these years, and he was doing it to himself. And his father evidently was a very religious, he was a pastor. So he, when his mother was very sick as a teenager, she wanted him at her bedside, but instead he was a little rebellious, and he ran away at like 17. He never did go to her bedside, and I guess she died shortly thereafter. So he that's what he was beating himself up for all those years, is that he felt guilty. What man would do that? That's not a man. That's, you know. So he beat himself up all these years and never allowed himself many friends or to get out and socialize and have a partner, and, you know, just very much alone in life. And so this being actually showed him a better way with his words and his aura that he gave off. And at the very end, he actually even showed him his spaceship, so that this guy would truly believe that he wasn't hallucinating and stuff, because he was pretty drunk, I guess. But anyway, I don't know how true a story that was, but it was interesting and fun to watch. So there's a lot of them, like I said, on YouTube. So if you're interested in any of that, go on, and they just keep coming up in my feed lately. I guess it's what you show interest in. The algorithm's gonna go there. So anyway, I hope the algorithm's kind of, you know, going towards my channel. That would be fun. Not to be selfish by any means. I don't want to take from anybody else, but we're it's a big world, big universe, and we can all have a part in it, right? Yeah. Oh, it's so pretty, guys. Yeah, so I'm at Stop and Shop. I've got to get in there and, yeah, get my cake, get my card for Eddie, do a little shopping. I need iced tea mix and a few other things, lemonade, things we like to drink, and get back home and enjoy the rest of my day, you know? So anyway, I love you. Thanks for hanging with me for this short bit. And I hope the universe is being good to you today, and that you're getting out and doing something fun. And yeah, thank you. If you're new here, thank you for joining Marine Sky, Crafty Sky Lady. And I got some good ideas coming up, so keep watching, keep coming back. Comment would be great. I would love your comments, because that also tells the algorithm that you're liking my channel, and, you know, so think about doing that. And anything, good, bad, or indifferent, comment. So until we meet again, I certainly hope the universe provides. I truly do. Thank you now. Bye-bye.